Hello, ladies and germs. Welcome to the Whiskers Gaming Podcast. My name is Tony, alongside the great Bill. Some of you may know him as Chicken Fajita 12. I know him as Dad. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about today. So much to talk about that I would be surprised if I could make it through the sentence without getting interrupted.
Let's get right into it, guys. Again, the great Tony, the great Bill. This is Whiskers Gaming. And we're talking about video games this week. Believe it or not.
Again?
Again.
We talked about that last week.
I know, we're going to talk about it again. It's just what we do.
You know what? I like it. I like the idea. I think we should do it. We should probably do it every week, honestly.
I'm thinking about it. Honestly, it could, just hanging out, talking about games. And last week we spent a lot of time on Super Smash Brothers, and at the end of the show, we asked all the listeners to tell us what their favorite Pokemon was, because we were curious. Very curious.
I'm still curious.
And picking out some of the responses here, we have Mr. Tyler Russell. He says that his favorite Pokemon is Ninetales.
Gotta love some Ninetales.
He's Gen 1 classic. I mean,
vintage Pokemon right there.
He's got 9 tails. It's not bad. We also have this guy right here.
Amethyst Mario. His favorite Pokemon is Azumarill. I feel like there's another pronunciation for that, but I'm just going to call him Azumarill.
Is it Azumarill?
That's the other pronunciation.
Yes, I don't know.
I'm not calling him
Yeah,
that.
we're getting a little crazy there.
But, yeah, he's awesome.
Water Rabbit, he literally looks like he could be the shape of a pill. So maybe Amethyst Mario works in the medical field and thinks that that's how it relates. Or not at all.
Or maybe he likes medicine.
Or maybe he likes water rabbits.
Oh.
But that can't be.
Nah, I don't think so.
Let's see. And that's about it. So that's all the time we have for. We're going to have to move on.
Alright. Well, now let me ask you that we promised everyone we would say.
Oh, no.
Bill, who... You know what? I don't even want one. I want your top 5 favorite Pokemon right now.
I got to come up with them off the top of my head. In any given order?
Any order, unless you want to give it the cool countdown to 5 to 1.
Alright, but only if you also do a top 5.
I could swing that. I loves me some Pokemon.
Alright, so let's alternate. My number 5 favorite Pokemon, it's probably also a favorite Pokemon on your list, is Mewtwo.
I love Mewtwo. If you couldn't tell from last week, but... He's actually not in my top 5. My 5th favorite Pokemon of all time is Charmander.
Charmander, Char!
Where's that? Where's that coming
from?
from?
I think a Charmander just ran through here.
But I always miss them. You'd be so surprised whenever I hear that, and then I look and they're gone.
It's ridiculous.
I'm so sick of it.
My number 4 favorite Pokemon, sponsored by Buffalo Wild Wings, my man, Blaziken.
Gen 3 starters, that's just such a hard call, because I think of some of my favorite Pokemon, and I love Mudkip. I like Mudkip. And I love Torchic, and it's just such a hard call to toss up between both of them. Needless to say, neither of them are my 4th favorite. My 4th favorite is Mew, because we got that history.
Got that 151.
I love him to death.
He's like the ultimate legendary from Gen 1.
He's just so, you know what it is? He's chill. And he just knows, he just knows it,
He just
too.
knows what's up.
That picture on the internet describes it all. When Pikachu's staring at him and he's playing with the yo-yo, it's just Mew. He knows he's badass, but he's just he's so
Adorable.
just happy-go-lucky. He's like, I'm cute, I'm gonna enjoy my life, and I'm gonna play with this yo-yo, because time you enjoy wasting is not time wasted.
Oh! That's life lessons. Number 3, the king of all Pokemon, Nidoking.
Oh, I see what you did. He's cool. Purple's my favorite color, so I like that.
I mean, he was my best Gen 1 just sweeper back in the day. I just got a Nidoking right in Mount Moon and then just taught him Bubble Beam, and the rest was history. The rest was history.
I feel like he just got knocked out by everything, though. He was just, the whole poison ground thing was just asking for trouble.
In Gen 1 it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, Gen 1 was
but
alright.
Then Gen 2 came out and he started sucking.
Yeah, then he was
hard.
I can't. Nidoking, more like Nido Queen. My 3rd favorite Pokemon is Alakazam, because the Psychic.
Psychic, yeah.
Yeah, he's yeah.
Actually, Tony just loves spoons.
Yeah, well, Yeah.
What it comes down to.
Never catch me without my spoon.
So number 2 on my list, my man. I'm sticking with these starters. I don't know why, but Torterra.
I love him.
Apparently, I have a thing towards ground types too, but grass ground, just such a cool combo. He can learn Earthquake and Solar Beam. Just kidding, nobody uses Solar Beam.
Ah! Yeah, when I first got Pearl, actually, I ended up picking Turtwig, which is weird because nobody picked Turtwig. It was either Chimchar or Piplup, and I ended up loving Infernape because my friend traded me one named 50 Cent, and I used it in a lot of tournaments, but still love for Torterra, even though 50 Cent is...
If you actually had one in real life, you could just chill out on his back in the summer. He's got that tree for shade.
He's got the tree for shade.
Like,
I love him.
Done.
He's like a Venusaur, but not really like Venusaur at all. My second favorite Pokemon. These are like this is such a toss up between second and first because I really like both these Pokemon. Number 2 is Breloom.
Oh, Breloom.
Yeah,
See,
he is.
I hate Shroomish.
I only like him because when I see him in the wild, I get excited that I'm gonna get a Breloom soon.
Okay.
So I like Shroomish.
Ah, man, like
yeah,
Shroomish just irks me. Just
really,
I hate that little thing. I want to punt every single one of them that I find. But I loves me some Breloom.
Yeah,
just kicks ass. He's a physical dominator.
He's won just so many matches for me, and yeah, he's the man. And he's cute, and I love him.
So my number 1 favorite Pokemon of all time.
Drum roll, please.
Is Zapdos.
Yeah,
I went there. It's Zappy Scrappy Doo.
That's a good pick, though.
I mean, he's a strong Pokemon. He's got a lot of like edges to him. He's lightning. He's thunder.
He's got attitude. That's
just
what it
badass.
is. He's just a tough
MFer. And he learns Drill Peck.
That's a good move.
Like, loves me some Drill Peck.
He's a tough customer.
Like Drill Peck and Thunderbolt. What's gonna stop you besides a rock ground type?
Nothing. Nothing's gonna stop him. And he's infinitely faster than a rock ground type.
Yeah, so just Drill Peck him to death. 1 HP at a time. Whatever.
He does what he wants. My favorite Pokemon of all time is Ampharos.
Oh!
He is so rad. He is the coolest. His name is Amphi. My name's Amphi. That's all that I need. And he's kind of tall and lanky and awkward, and that's me. And I feel like they made him based off me on some Kadabra Uri Geller thing, but not really, because I'm a lot cooler than he is. But
True.
Ampharos is my homie.
How do you feel about Mega Ampharos?
I don't really like them that much. I kind of pretend that they didn't do that.
The hair just kind of throws you off.
Just like the Mega Alakazams and the Mega Charizard's pretty cool, and the rest of them aren't that cool. And I like Gengar has like hands and things, and I love Gengar. Yeah, I don't know. And one of the Mewtwo's is like really weird looking, and it's a good idea. I like X and Y. They did everything right. Let's not talk about Pokemon, but yeah, Megas are hit or miss for me. Most of them are misses honestly.
How do you feel about Mega Lucario, though?
Yeah,
another miss for you?
Yeah, honestly, it's another miss because he's already just so cool. Like, he doesn't need that. Like,
and last thing on Pokemon. Can we talk about the biggest miss of all, especially in the new generation? Specifically, Pyroar.
Yes.
How he's not really a Pokemon.
Let's talk about him. And he's, in fact...
a Neopet.
A Neopet!
For those who remember what a Neopet is, nobody remembers what Neopets are. And basically they're a cartoony, crappy version of Pokemans. So go look at Pyroar. Go look up what a Neopet is. Have your mind blown.
Bust out some statistics.
Yeah, that's what we do here. We bust out some statistics. So... we're going to just roll right into our next area, segment of expertise, which is a little question and answer segment. Some people on Twitter threw some questions at us, and we can answer some of them. How's that sound?
We can.
We have Tennis Bubba 13 who threw a suggestion out. Now, this is a suggestion that we're probably not going to follow through with until very late ever in our lives. Maybe talk about football.
Maybe talk about foosball.
Maybe we'll have like a separate football-specific podcast in the future. But this is a gaming podcast, so sorry, Bubba. But next time.
Go Ravens, go Eagles, go Seahawks.
Boom.
Done. That's our football segment.
There we go. Alright. My boy, Game Dragon X, he sent me this thing, a picture, on the Twitter. It's called chocolate soda.
I'm looking at it right now, and it looks absolutely delicious.
It says 97% fat-free, get creamed.
I don't care about that last 3% because of how delicious it looks.
Oof. So, my goal in life is to try it out. When we do, we'll let you know.
We're gonna get creamed.
Oh, we gonna get creamed.
Maybe have some cream corn with it. Oh, that's gross.
And the last question that we have for now comes from Slim Kirby. I want to hear about chicken fajitas and why they're so tasty.
Well, we can answer that. I can't answer that. But last night, our friend actually got some chicken fajitas. And how were they?
So we went to a local Chili's last night. Not the country, the restaurant. And I ordered myself on the menu. And is it weird that I ate myself?
Well, it probably is weird if you enjoyed it.
The sad part is I did.
Oh, that's weird.
That's weird.
That's probably too weird.
Well, I had a chicken fajita. Actually, I had 3 of them. They were absolutely delicious. Some grilled onions, some grilled peppers.
Give them.
Cheese, sour cream, the guac.
The guac!
Pico de gallo.
Yeah.
Onions.
Those.
And I don't even know what other things exist in things. Cheese.
I had crispy chicken crispers, if anyone's curious, because I don't like eating my friends or myself. I just like eating chickens. And actually feel really bad about that. Sorry, chickens.
But, I mean...
You went to a good cause.
Yeah, you were delicious. That's about all we got.
French fries were delicious.
For now. So, speaking of how we went on an adventure yesterday to get some chilies, we also did a few other things this past week. So basically every week we go on an adventure, which entails us going to the local shopperies, eateries, and it's like me, Tony, and a couple of other friends. This week, we actually went on 2 adventures.
We went on 2.
The first adventure was pretty good, I think.
Oh my god.
Whew. So, we went to our local, it's called Shelton Sports Center.
Big sports center place.
And we did quite a few things. We hit up the batting cages, and the batting cage token machine ate our tokens.
Stupid thing.
So we ended up getting free tokens.
Free tokens are not stupid things.
And then the ball shooter was like shooting the balls at our ankles.
Shooter McGavin, more like Shooter sucks.
And we got even more free tokens because they felt bad.
So it was a good thing that Shooter sucks.
And then we were able to do the really slow pitch arcs with the softball, and then you could hit every single one and feel like a damn king.
Felt like Mark McGwire.
Like,
I take steroids.
Yeah, that's what we're getting to. Tony needs to stop steroids. It's getting to be a real problem.
Don't touch me. I'm gonna have a rage. What is that called? A rage fit.
Oh goodness, not a roid rage episode.
Roid rage episode.
Uh-huh.
That sounds like a good video game title.
After getting our Barry Bonds on, we took it to Tiger Town, and we were hitting the balls of golf with some clubs and the driving range.
At the driving range, our friends are reckless, by the way, at the driving range. I mean, this is like, when you go to a driving range, there's a certain etiquette you want to keep, and it includes not having your golf balls go near the other people hitting golf balls, and I would always hope that I would never go there with a group of friends who would be able to not follow those rules. And
we went with those friends.
We went with those friends. And
the first ball that gets hit, the first ball that gets hit, literally lands about 2 feet away from a lady who's learning how to play golf with some instructor.
Who was much better than all of our friends, mind you.
Yes,
and
yes.
It was just, yeah, I felt bad. I wasn't me because I'm kind of good at golf, but I still apologize for my friends. Because what kind of friends would hit
golf balls at nice ladies?
Yeah, except when they're driving the car and collecting all the golf balls that we purposely aimed for them.
Yeah.
None of us could hit them.
That one guy did, though.
That one guy hit him right away.
One guy nailed the ball collecting cart. It was great.
It was good. Then we played some mini golf.
And then we went to the little arcade.
Oh.
And boy, did we do some crazy things in the arcade. First of all, me and my buddy hit the 1,000 token ticket jackpot, like, right away. So we had our tickets set for the night. And then one of the machines, the basketball machine.
The best machine.
Unlimited plays.
Unlimited play. The credit was stuck at 15, and you could play it as much as you wanted. And we did. And your boy set the high score at 84. So if anyone could beat the high score at any local basketball game thing where you have to make baskets at an arcade, you comment and you tell me what your score was, and next time I go, I'm going to beat it.
Oh, Tony will. Because the high score before that was like 79 or 75 or something, and Tony said, nah, taking it to the next level.
Yeah, we set a whole bunch of high scores that night.
Yeah, it was a crazy night. And then later that night,
oh god,
we played a new game.
Oh god,
Played a new game, Fortune Street. We talked about it last week. It's Monopoly with stocks and Nintendo characters, basically.
It's a weird mix up, mash up.
Yeah,
those are all things that I just said. Talk about a mashup. I mash those words together. That's what it is.
So, for a lot of... Alright, so basically with Fortune Street, I was the only one who had previously played the game. Everybody else was new to it. And the game started out slow. Like, people were like, I don't know, it's kind of boring. But before we knew it, somebody proposed the first trade. And before I knew it, I was being called a demon gypsy.
You are a demon... I don't mean that. I'm not going to say it again.
Because, basically, it tests the bonds of your friendship. Because you are hatred-filled, and you hate each other, and you want to punch each other in the face, and nobody likes each other during the 3-4 hours that this game is happening, because everybody's your enemy, and we're all too competitive.
Don't think I could explain it better myself.
So if you feel like relieving some stress by pissing off somebody, especially one of your friends, Fortune Street is the game to go.
It is dumb and very fun, and you will be completely indulged in it after about an hour and realize that you are a hungry, money-driven, soulless bastard, and you want all your friends dead. And I didn't feel like that. I'm a good guy. All my friends felt like that, but I was nice, and I
almost hired a hitman.
Yeah?
For you.
Oh.
That's, yeah.
Well, did a bad job because I'm still here.
I said I almost hired him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, did not hire him.
Well, okay, I'm sure. I'm sure you did.
Call it off, Tim.
Who are you talking to?
What? No.
Who was that?
That wasn't Tim the Assassin.
Where'd you get that watch?
I don't know, but it's half past a freckle, so you better watch out.
Okay.
Get in there.
That's gonna... You win. You win. Half past a freckle.
So, and the other adventure we went on was the other thing that we do every week, which is we go to our local game stores and we scour for games that are underpriced and we buy them.
Games. That's what we're supposed to
So
talk
why don't
about.
we talk about our new purchases this week?
Oh, I would love to do that. So I think I will. But you first.
Alright, I only purchased one game this week. I say that like it's a bad thing. Like, if I purchase one game a week, that's 52 games a year. That's still fucking ridiculous.
Whoa. You know there's only 4 weeks a year.
Alright, it's fair enough. So, I purchased Mario Party 3 for the Nintendo 64. Saw it at the game shop for like 30, 35 bucks. I figured that's a little underpriced. Might as well jump in on it before the price soars. So I went in and I bought it.
It is not only probably my favorite Mario Party game of all time, but it's so expensive, not because it's rare, but just because of how popular it is.
Damn.
That's truth right there. It is really that good. Mario Party 1 is really good. It kind of like set a good ground. I think Mario Party 2 followed it up. And then Mario Party 3 with the different items. And like, I think, honestly, Mario Party, like, you do have to be like good at it to win. You can't just hit the die block and,
Yep.
And do it.
You have to play the mini games.
Yeah, you do. You have to all around just be a good Marius Partis player.
Exactly.
And I think we should probably play that after this, actually.
Oh, I'd be down. You're
going down, though.
Damn. I'll kill you. I'm going to be Luigi. He wins by doing nothing.
Well, we'll see about that.
I'll have home field advantage.
Last time you had home field advantage, you pooped on everyone.
6 stars to, like, 2 stars.
I think that's what I did when you came to my home,
I know.
Though, so, I mean, I gotta upset you. And the NBA playoffs are happening in the hockey playoffs, so... Today we're having the Mario Party playoffs between...
Bill and Tony. The computer's gonna win.
They're gonna lose to, like, Wario.
How hurt are those feelings gonna be?
So
hurt.
Done.
Alright, so... Let's get to your purchases of the week.
Let's see. I don't think I picked up anything early week, but... Yesterday, I just went on a little spree, because now I'm getting to the point with my N64 collection where I'm just so far away from reaching like having all the games, like the completed list, and there's just so many like little games. It's almost becoming tedious. So I just picked up like a whole bunch of like wrestling games yesterday, and ones that I'm probably never gonna play, just to knock games off the list. But one game I did pick up was F-Zero X, and I've actually wanted this game for a while, and I was playing it this morning and last night, and it is really fun.
Yeah?
It is. I'm not gonna lie.
Alright. So, are any other games that really piqued your interest?
I don't think so.
No?
I think just F-Zero. What was their first one? Super Nintendo? Was that their first?
Yeah, F-Zero for Super Nintendo,
the whole like Mode 7 thing going on. Yeah, that was good. It's fun. It's like not...
But F-Zero X, definitely good game.
I would recommend that. It's cheap.
Stood the test of time.
I think so. I think it aged pretty well. But it's not Mario Kart. Two things that we're going to talk about today. Aging and Mario Kart.
So speaking of a game that stood up the test of time, we'd like to introduce you guys to a new segment, Growing with Our Games.
That was a sick intro I just made off the top of my head.
So, yeah, that was not bad. So we're going to talk about games that either aged really well, or games that aged maybe not as well as everyone thinks they aged. AKA, like, shitty.
We're gonna get right to it. We're not pulling any punches.
Yeah.
We're giving the statistics, the honest facts about how we feel.
So Tony, what is a game that aged well?
I think a game that aged very well, I'm just gonna say it's Mario Kart 64. That is like the best, the most fun you're gonna have sitting around with your friends is Mario Kart 64.
I mean, like, we still play it on the regular.
It just aged.
And for a Nintendo
so
64
well.
game, the graphics actually look really good. Like
Yeah.
the kart drivers, even though they're not like 3D rendered, they're still like they still look really nice.
Yeah, it's like
And smooth, it's crisp. The controls are phenomenal.
it's the same thing every time. It's 150cc Yoshi, whatever map select. There's only 16 levels. Courses, whatever you want to call them, but like you just will not get sick of that because it's a different game every time,
Every single time.
and you're always I'm always
Unless you're
trying
playing
shortcuts.
Wario Stadium, you cheater.
Oh, okay, don't be upset that I beat it in like 30 seconds.
What? You dirty bird.
You know the world record for that with the shortcut is like 12 seconds. In the time trial, a guy literally like did the double hop. Like you can look this up on the YouTubes. If anyone doesn't know about the Wario Stadium shortcut, at the beginning of the race, there's a little bump and a wall you could jump over, and then you could go over the other side if you hit the wall correctly.
Cheater. Dirty bastard.
And that's considered a whole lap. Don't be mad because I'm good at jumping over walls.
I'm mad because you're not treating the course the way it's supposed to be treated. AKA hoarding that lightning bolt until they get to the jump.
I don't want to have to go over that jump because I don't want to have a lightning bolt hoarded on me.
That's pretty much what it comes down to.
Pretty much, yeah, it's really gonna...
It's the lightning bolt.
It is.
It's fear. That whole map is about fear.
It really
That
is.
map is about, fuck it, this jump is coming up. Praise God that there's no lightning bolts coming my way, and I'm about to hit the...
Oh, God.
A whole half lap behind.
And then you lose. And that's why I don't do that.
Ridiculous. I think a game that aged well. Now, Tony, you may not agree with this.
No,
we
yeah.
talked about it a little bit yesterday or
Here
this
it
morning.
comes.
I think Banjo Tooie has aged so well. You know what? Banjo Kazooie and Banjo Tooie. That 1-2 punch of the N64 franchise. I think that game has aged so well. You're able to... I mean, like, it's very colorful. The controls are crisp. The puzzles are fun. And the game is just a great collectathon, platformer, funtasticular comedy game.
Rare was good at that.
Yeah, Rare was really good at it.
What happened to that?
That's how Rare, come back.
Come back.
We miss you.
Not Nuts and Bolts back. We mean like...
Original Banjo Kazooie back.
Original. That was
good stuff.
They're good games. Even though I'm not good at them. And I hate Water Worlds, so...
So
Get the Water World and Banjo Kazooie.
he doesn't like Clanker's Cavern. And you would not like Jolly Roger Bay and Banjo Tooie.
I probably wouldn't.
You probably wouldn't.
And I don't like the Water Temple and Ocarina of Time, which is a good segue into another game that aged very well. Ocarina of Time is probably, in my opinion, the best game ever made. So obviously it aged well. And it was considerably ahead of its time. Like,
yeah.
That whole game is just genius, from the music to the everything.
I mean, just like the way that game presented itself just paved the way for every Zelda, and every Zelda game, aside from upgraded graphics, is essentially the same controls.
Yep.
Just maybe some more intricate puzzles or longer travel, but that's about it. I mean, it's all based on that game.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, there's influence for every Zelda
in Ocarina of Time. It was truly a masterpiece.
So let's flip the hat here.
Okay.
Let's flip the hat. I don't even know what that means.
I was gonna say, is that actually a saying that people
Let's flip the switch.
Alright, let's put our rally caps on.
Oh shoot. So we were talking about rare games like Banjo Kazooie that aged well. We have a rare game from Banjo Kazooie that maybe did not age so well.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
I don't like 007 Goldneye.
Let that sink in, folks.
Take a minute.
That's a bomb dropping in some people's worlds.
That's hurt feelings to some people.
Ouch! I mean, as Toad would say, you know, in Mario Kart, ow, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah, pretty close to that. Alright, I think it's sunk in. I don't like that game. Now, I understand what that game did for first-person shooters, but it is... Oh, I don't want to... Should I do the Tupac Biggie thing?
Oh, bring it out.
Alright.
Speak the truth. As
someone that likes the rap music and the hip-hop and the whoa-whoas, that's a real thing.
Okay.
I love Biggie, I love Tupac, but I think... And I understand what they did for rap, but I think what music has come to now, some rappers, I do think some rappers have surpassed them, like Eminem, like Andre 3000, Kendrick Lamar's in the right direction, and I think that goes like, is there some correlation there between GoldenEye 007 and not Call of Duty, because Call of Duty is not a good game, but games like Halo and other really good shooters. Name some shooters.
Yeah.
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising
is not a first-person shooter.
No, that's not a first-person shooter. You have Battlefield.
Battlefield's a good game. That's it. Halo and Battlefield. Those are good games. It's all like...
Call of Duty?
No, don't talk about Call of Duty.
Fine, then we'll talk about Call of Duty.
Unless we're going to talk bad about it. Because it's not fun. Ask me if it's fun.
Is Call of Duty fun?
Why would you even ask that? It's not fun. It's not a fun game. It's bad. Black Ops, Ghosts. This has turned into a Call of Duty poop fest. I hate Call of Duty so much.
Hey guys, what's going on? I heard people talking about the Call of Duties.
Oh, what? Our special guest just got here, right? Uninterrupted.
Yeah, well, you guys are talking about Call of Duty. I feel like since I'm the prime American in the world, that Call of Duty pretty much speaks to me and is a history autobiographically of my life, even though I did not write it.
Mr. George Bush, you really mean that?
I really believe Call of Duty is based on my life. I stopped the Russians single-handedly one time in an airport after mowing down 100,000 civilians. Felt like such a badass, but it's kind of bad at the same time. But they weren't Americans, so take that. And yeah, that's about all I got. I love Call of Duty. It's my favorite.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. President. We're gonna have to disagree on that, though.
You know I can have you held in Guantanamo, boy.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, but I really want to stick to my beliefs, and I understand disagreeing with you is probably not the smartest thing to do, but I want to stay true to myself, and I think Halo is just a better game than the Call of Duty.
Well, if you want to fight Space Marines and crazy shit like that, then all power to you, you terrorist. But I'm gonna stick to good old-fashioned torturing terrorists, Call of Duty. I gotta go catch my chopper.
Good. Mr. President, maybe we should just end it like this. And can we get Bill? Can we get Chicken back in here?
Hey guys, I'm back.
Dude, the president was just the ex-president.
I missed the president.
Yeah, it wasn't like a big deal. We just got in an argument over a stupid game.
Oh, what game?
It's some stupid. I don't even Call of Duty.
You know he loves that game.
I know, but like he just like I don't know, just like everything else that he did, he's just stupid.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, glad that's over with. So, why don't we go for a little tip of the hat, wag of the finger this week?
Ooh.
So, Tony, what's your first tip of the hat?
My tip of the hat goes to Waluigi for being a good sport, for not being a character, but an assist trophy in the new Smash Bros. Game. Because he has just been treated like poop long enough, and I really like Waluigi. I think he's a great character, and he's a nice man.
He is a nice man. He's a trickster, but he's a nice man.
Yeah, but like, so was... I don't know, who else was a trickster that was a nice man? Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby was
He was a trickster.
He
I wouldn't
definitely was
trust
a
him as
trickster.
far as I could throw him.
But he's a nice guy.
But he's a nice man.
He's a very nice man. And how about a wag of the finger?
My wag of the finger, funny enough, is gonna go to the Smash Bros. People for not making Waluigi a playable character.
Oh!
Because I understand he's got long legs, so do I, but if I was a Nintendo character, I would want to be there.
I mean,
beating up other Nintendo
I'm pretty sure
characters.
Waluigi doesn't appreciate being on the sidelines this whole time.
I don't think he does.
I mean, in many other games, he's a featured player.
He is, and this is just, I mean, Wario, you know? Wario isn't announced, is he?
I honestly, I don't know. I actually don't remember.
Well, I think both of them should be in this game. And,
Absolutely.
And I think Waluigi gets...
I honestly feel like Waluigi has more character development than Wario.
I'm gonna agree with that. I
Like,
don't
he's
care
got
about
more
Wario
personality.
Land. I agree with that.
Just like I think Luigi has more personality than Mario.
I just don't like either of them, honestly.
You just like Waluigi.
I just like Waluigi.
He's purple. He's purple.
That's my favorite color.
I mean,
That's probably
what's
why.
not to love?
I feel like I'm in I'm in a good mood, but I feel like I'm just like bagging on things today.
Feel like you're bagging on things?
Should I stop? I mean,
No, nothing wrong with bagging on things.
Let's just go down the list though. Between the Neopet Pokemon, Call of Duty, they got an argument with the president, Biggie, Tupac, Goldneye 007, and now this, and now Mario and Luigi. I'm like really just like
You're like Legend of Bagger Vance right now.
that's what I feel like, and I'd never even heard of him before. But yeah.
I think it's a movie from the 1930s or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's not even talk
it's
about
all
that.
love. I love everyone.
All right, so let's talk about good things then.
Let's talk about good things.
So, one of our, topics of the week is what is the best local multiplayer game ever of all times?
I'm gonna go full circle with the whole Mario Kart thing and say Mario Kart 64.
Mario Kart 64, the
Yeah.
best party game or the best local multiplayer game?
Yes. I didn't want to say too much about it before, knowing this was gonna come up, and it absolutely is, I think. I mean, between, parties, between just hanging out with a friend or two, it is just that game that you just don't get tired of. You don't get tired of the maps, the characters, anything. It's always different. It's always the same. Think about that one.
Oh,
and it's just always goddamn fun.
Always fun. I mean, I can't even really disagree with you there that it's one of the best. I mean, I have another game series that I like to think is the best, local multiplayer series, and that is Mario Party.
That is literally gotta be my number 2.
God, if I had to pick one game, I'd probably say Mario Party 2.
Okay.
Mario Party 2 in the series, I feel like it took everything that Mario Party 1 did right and just made it better.
Yes.
The controls are slick, the mini games are really original, and it's just whenever anybody's over, Mario Party 2 pops in, and nobody has a bad time. And in Mario Party in general, when a new one comes out, you just gotta play it with all your friends, and then you get mad at each other because somebody's doing really good, or somebody gets that bullshit hidden block with the star in it. Let's not even get started on that.
Don't get me started.
Because it's always that one guy who's like doing better than everyone else for no reason.
For no reason. He didn't earn it.
He didn't earn that
He
star.
just hit a 4 and got a star.
Like,
Do not pass go. Do not collect 200. Just hit a block, and here's your star.
Yeah, and then I get high blood pressure because of this.
We can't have that.
It's a health hazard.
Now,
Nintendo stopped making hidden blocks. They're health hazards. If it's coins, it's alright.
If it's but 20 coins is like the equivalent down the road
To a star.
or to a battle minigame, and we're gonna take those real quick.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Because the kid that's doing bad doesn't have enough coins, so when we hit a 20 or a 30 for a battle minigame, he
We
can't
get all his
afford
money.
it. We get all of his money.
Or if we land on a dual space, or if we land on the same space as him during the last 5 turns, we duel him.
We're taking him.
All of his money.
All of them.
Or we just get a boo.
Or we just get him boo.
and steal it.
And let him boo who?
Yeah, because in Mario Party 2, if you steal coins from someone, it's always 21 coins.
You know, I played, I think it was 3 last week. I didn't tell you about this.
Uh-oh.
And I only stole 11 coins. He had like 30 coins.
And you only stole 11?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's hurt feelings.
Right? I paid him.
That's like right in the emotions.
It
Like,
hurts.
you only netted 6 coins out of that deal.
I paid him 5 coins to get me 6 coins.
Like,
Just
what's the point?
That's like plus 6 coins. I understand that, but like,
But it's like you're used to getting so much more.
I'll just
Who spoiled us?
Yeah, right.
Like, I need a 1 minigame win of coins.
And he's always complaining.
Like, I could only get this many coins.
Yeah, I don't feel well today. I'm a ghost. I'm dead. I can't feel.
Yeah, but I
I'm
can steal coins.
Do you favors because you're gonna pay me with money that I can't use. I like Boo as a character though, so that's not hate for him.
Yeah.
Now, as far as Mario Party goes, how do you feel about the newer ones? Like, at what do you like? I know Mario Party is still good, but when you say your favorite series, do you mean like N64 or do you mean it just? Will you ever go to like a friend's house and be like, oh, let's play like Mario Party 7? Like, how often does that occur as opposed to let's play Mario Party 2?
I feel like the N64s, I have more controllers for it, so the N64 ones I'm going to go for more likely. If I had 4 GameCube controllers, I'd probably say, hey, let's pop in some Mario Party 5, or Mario Party 6, or even Mario Party 7 was good.
They're good, yeah, they're all good. 4, 5, 6, 7, they're all good.
I never played 8.
I don't think I've played 8 or... Oh, I might have played 8 once for the Wii.
I don't know.
I didn't play the DS ones, but I want to, because I think that's probably...
Mario Party 9 actually wasn't bad either.
Really?
It's a different feel, because you all travel together as a pack.
Oh, I heard about that, yeah.
But you could definitely like screw people over in that one too.
As long as there's screwing, I'll be happy.
that's
pretty much what I do.
Exactly.
I screw people.
Over. Yeah.
Yes,
Let's
thank
keep
you.
this PG.
Oh, sorry.
13. 14.
14.
15.
20.
Ah!
X.
We're getting a little too... So I have to say, between those two series, those are great. A couple runners-up that I feel still make good local multiplayer. Super Smash Brothers,
Yes.
which is probably like number 3 on that list.
Yeah.
Like, Super Smash Brothers is just phenomenal. I think Wii Sports, if done right, can be a great multiplayer.
I gotta agree with that.
I feel like what used to be a good local game that just like nobody plays anymore because the fad died, the Guitar Hero Rock Band series.
Yeah, that's so
like everybody
true.
getting on a different instrument and
That's
just
so true.
jamming out.
I love Guitar Hero.
Doesn't happen anymore.
It does not happen anymore.
Like, I have the whole fucking set and like, we just do not play it.
We've never even talked about playing it.
Not
I
even
would though
one
if you
time.
want to. I would, but let's not talk about it.
Yeah,
We
let's not
actually
talk
have to
about
do
it.
that, and neither of us want to do that.
Got any local multiplayer games that even not even like series, just like any just like good games that are good for 2 players or 4 players?
There was a game for Sega Genesis called Gadget Twins. That was you could just look it up. Actually, it was like weird. It was really only fun probably for nostalgic reasons. I used to play with my sister, and you're like a little, kind of like a car, not car. It's like a little plain boat car, little baby red blue thing. You're red and the other person's blue, or vice versa.
Sure.
And you're going around, and you have like different attacks, but like your attacks you have 4 different attacks. Like one goes up, one goes in front of you, behind you, and under. And it's like it's actually like a fun I don't know. That just came off the top of the head. Actually, that was that's a weird little game from a little retro throwback. But Nintendo obviously is dominating best multiplayer games, retro wise, probably new wise, not as much.
I don't know. It's hard. It's tough because games nowadays are like made for both like online multiplayer and
that's the change.
And it's just, we'll talk about online multiplayer games in a future podcast.
Yeah,
But we got a lot of stuff to cover. The last game that I was thinking of, by the way, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time.
Yes.
For the Super Nintendo.
Hell
If
yeah.
you guys have a favorite local multiplayer game that you guys like to play, please let us know in the comments. That'd be great discussion to talk about. We'll
get it, play with each other, get mad at each other, and tell you guys how mad at each other we got.
Exactly. So, as far as local multiplayer games go, this series has branched out to the online, and I feel it's thriving. We have a new game coming out very soon. Mario Kart 8.
Yes!
For the Wii U is coming out May something. Probably like May 24th or something.
That's
25th.
May 24th is my birthday.
Maybe it comes out the day after your birthday. Who knows? I don't know how to read. So, it comes out in May, and it's for the Wii U, and it's just looking pretty good.
It's looking really good.
I mean, from the trailers that I've seen, where you get to, ride on the walls with those tires that turn sideways and stuff, you get to glide, you get to go underwater, on top of just being on a regular racetrack.
Yeah, I feel like they take a lot of chances with stuff like that, because being such a big fan of Mario Kart 64, I like how simplistic it was, but I understand you have to get with the times, Tony. Stop yelling at me, Bill. And you just need motorcycles, you need to fly with little gliders, you need to be able to breathe underwater while you're racing karts, and you need a buttload of characters. But some of these things are going to be good. I think some of them could miss a little bit, but I think for the majority, I think this is going to be a really good Mario Kart game.
Okay. I agree. And since I've pretty much played all of the Mario Karts in the series.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not familiar if you've done like the handheld ones or not.
I got the one for the DS right when it came out, actually, Mario Kart DS. I think that was a great game.
That was a good one.
It really was.
I like to play as Rob in that one.
Rob was fun.
Rob
Obviously,
was cool.
I'm sticking with Yosh. But
of course.
The online got ruined really quickly with the drift glitch.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever experienced that, but that happened.
It's like a snake thing you could do, right?
Yeah, you just basically, I don't know how to do it. I actually tried it once or twice, I think, after I looked it up, but everyone just does it online. It ruined everything because you can't enjoy a nice race because rankings really apparently matter in DS Mario Kart.
Of course. Yeah, they do. And the 3DS Mario Kart I heard was really good. Mario Kart 7.
Yeah, I did not play that.
Never really got into it. I played it for a little bit, but it just did not hook, line, and sink me. But this new Mario Kart, I've always been a big fan of the console Mario Karts because they're all classics. I don't think there's a bad console Mario Kart.
There's not.
They're all good. They're all good.
What about the one for the Wii?
I liked the one for the Wii.
Yeah?
Yeah, I actually did. I think it was honestly the most, it went back to its simple roots. You could play the cart or the bike, which, whatever, that's fine. But, it was relatively simplistic and fun.
I don't think I played enough of it, honestly.
We're going to have to play some more of it in the future.
I think so. I really need to get Double Dash as well, because that is
that's probably my favorite.
That's a huge favorite. That's number 1 or 2 on most people's lists.
Yeah.
But
that was well done, Mario Kart.
Yeah, definitely. That's that's why I like video games so much, because that's a game that's very old. We're talking about Mario Kart 8, and then I did not even really play the third Mario Kart, in Double Dash. I probably rented it from Blockbuster when it was around, and now that's all the memories I have of that game. That's a good game that's still out there, not that expensive, that I could pick up now and enjoy, and still there's such a big learning curve, to get good at it, to get really good at it, I think. Like 64.
Yeah.
Although I've never set any records in 64.
It's hard.
But it's very hard.
It's very difficult to set records.
I fell 8 seconds short on Luigi Raceway.
8 seconds?
Yeah, and in racing time.
That's forever in a day.
That's forever in a day.
Phew!
Yeah, but to most people, 8 seconds is oh wow, you're good. And I'm like, no, I'm not. You don't understand.
The hurt feelings.
It's very...
I actually went to a competition for Mario Kart Double Dash.
Really?
Back when I was younger, yeah.
How'd that go?
I did not... I did well, but the problem was they made you randomize your characters.
Ooh.
But that's not because there are certain character combinations that are good, and certain character combinations that are straight booty. Just
booty.
Just total poop.
Yeah.
and I ended up getting like DK, which I just hate heavy characters
Yeah,
in
me too.
Mario Kart.
Me too.
Just I like the small, quick guys.
Yep.
That's how I roll. But I got like Donkey Kong and Waluigi.
That's
and
awkward.
That is a very awkward combination. You're forced to ride a heavy cart. The steering is weird because they're not the same weight class, so like screws with everything. The drifting is awkward. And I lost in the second round.
Yeah.
Because it was just stupid. It was just stupid.
Because it was stupid.
And it was the ice level. Nobody likes ice
Nobody
levels.
likes ice levels.
Like,
Or water levels, because
or
that's what
water
happens
levels.
to ice after.
Well, ice is just frozen water.
Yeah, right? Anything that has to do with water shouldn't be incorporated in video games unless it's for scenery.
That's it.
Or Bassmaster.
That's a good game. Let's.
That's still on the list that I have to get.
I actually don't know if it's a good game or not, 'cause I never played it.
I think it's Bassmaster 2000, actually. So if anyone's played that, tell us how it is. But don't lie to us, because why would you do that?
Yeah, why would you
Why
lie
would
to
you
us?
be a liar?
Yeah, don't lie to me and Tony.
Don't ever lie to me. Or Bill. Or Tony.
Yeah, because that'd be ridiculous.
Alright, you could lie once in a while. But
Yeah.
not about Bassmaster.
No.
Anything but that.
So let's get back to the topic on hand.
Oh, yeah.
Mario
Bassmaster.
Kart 8.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, Mario Kart 8. They have a lot of the characters announced for the game. I guess there are rumors that there's a few more still to come, which makes sense to me because there's a few racers that are not included on the list so far. Like, there's no Diddy Kong, there's no Boo, and me and Tony aren't playable characters yet. So I am getting nervous that we may not make the cut. But there's a few returning faces and there's a few new faces that I think we can go over that just make sense to make Mario Kart feel right. So I know Yoshi is just going to be your automatic favorite returning character, but what is another returning character that you're pretty happy is coming back?
I'm really liking just I look and I see just like that original cast of characters. I mean Yoshi's my favorite, but I'm happy that they keep it the way they keep it, you know? Bowser, Donkey Kong, Toad. I like that. Obviously Mario and Luigi, Peach. I mean just like the first 8 besides Donkey Kong Jr., it's literally the Super Nintendo lineup, you know, with Koopa in there. And then they also have Wario, and that's that N64 lineup, and I like that. I think, you know, obviously keeping those main characters is good, and, you know, then you got a good cast between Waluigi, and then some, you know, I don't know how I feel about Rosalina, because I didn't play too much Galaxy, but that's where
Rosalina was on the Wii one, too.
Yeah?
Yeah, she was raceable on the Wii. She was actually a heavy character.
Really?
Which is kind of, you know, that's rude.
It's
Call a woman heavy.
Thick girls, yeah. I mean...
Maybe it's the star, Luma, or whatever.
Maybe
that's hanging out. He's like weighing her down.
Yeah, because she's pretty hot.
I
don't think she's hot, but like people, you know, who like that kind of stuff would probably think she's hot or attractive.
See, I'm more into Shy Guy.
Yeah, well, yeah, the whole you can't see their face. I like that.
Yeah. So new characters that they've announced.
What we got?
A handful, not a lot, but a few returning characters that seem like they could be pretty fun. The most interesting that I think, Metal Mario.
He's gonna be very heavy.
He's gonna be a very heavy character. That's what I got. That's what I can gather. But it's pretty cool. I think that'd be interesting. I think a metal power up would be cool, where you like become metal, you become invulnerable to like things hitting you, but like you don't like it's like Starlight, where instead of like going faster, you just like are heavier. You have a bigger top speed, but like for a short period of time.
That is a really good idea. That's like a
Nintendo,
really good
if
idea. You're listening,
make this metal box an object, an item, and just go faster, but shells don't hurt you.
Kind of like from Melee when you get the the steel.
You get the steel.
The green box.
Yeah, the metal cap.
The metal, yeah.
It's the metal cap.
Yeah.
You know, you'd still take the same damage, but you wouldn't get knocked back, and you'd be a lot heavier.
You were tough. You were a tough guy.
Yeah, you were a tough guy.
You were a hunk.
You just smashed people, and you're just like, I'm gonna do it.
That's so good, because the heavy characters have the worse acceleration, but the better top speed.
Really
and
good top speed.
Immunity. I think, that's a great idea.
I feel I feel like there's gonna be like a love-hate for the next batch of new racers they've announced. The Koopa Kids, like all 7 of them. You know, Larry, Morton, Wendy, Iggy, Steve Miller Band, Greg the Fisherman, and Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin?
Yeah. They went all out with this Mario Kart. And, you know, I don't know. I know you're not a huge fan.
More hate coming from my end. The one, it's just an excessive amount of characters. Like, that's I assume they're all gonna be different in their own way.
Yeah.
But 7 of them, that's like almost an entire lineup.
I feel like there's 7 different Mario Nintendo characters they totally could have used instead of the Koopa Kids.
Like, I'm sure they're gonna incorporate them in the right way, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're gonna make them good in their own, you know, like, I don't know, so I'm sure some people are gonna like them.
It'll set up for a Mario Kart where it's literally all the Koopa Kids and Bowser just all competing in one single race.
Yes. I won't be in that race because I don't like... Unless I can
Bowser.
be Charlie Chaplin.
Ooh, Charlie Chaplin's a good one. I think he'll be top tier.
I hope so.
But it's interesting. And of course you have the baby characters. Lakitu, who's tired of just, you know...
Carrying that stupid thing all the time.
Stop and start. He's just like, you know what? I'm getting in this race. Imagine if spiny shells were a thing. And he could just like...
Ooh.
Throw a spiny shell.
Ooh.
Oh, wait. Let's get to the items.
Let's get to the items.
And...
Good assortment of items.
Good assortment of items.
Very good.
The returning items, you have your typical green shell.
Yep.
Your red shell.
Yep.
Your bananas.
Yep.
Your shrooms.
Yep.
Your item box.
Oh, yeah.
Your star.
I like that.
The lightning bolt.
I like that.
And, of course, the fan favorite, spiny shell.
I like that, too.
Because when I'm not in first place, that's my favorite item.
I feel like I'm always in first place. I don't really like it that much.
But I don't know if, because I didn't really play Mario Kart 7, I'm not sure if coins were brought back then. But coins are a thing now.
They are a thing.
They boost your top speed, I assume. You have a triple of most items, the green shells, red shells, bananas, and mushrooms. Bob-omb, which used to be in Double Dash anyway, a special item.
Really?
Like a character specific to Wario and Waluigi. And that was just a big explosion. Like, good looks.
That was in the DS one. Good looks.
The blooper, which is really annoying.
Bloop.
Just on your face. Got the fire flower, which shoots out fireballs.
Yes.
The golden shroom. Woo, baby.
Oh, baby.
Boost for days. And the bullet bill, which just pretty much is the gravy train. All aboard. And they have 2 new items that they've announced, but they haven't announced what they do yet. And me and Tony have been talking, like, speculating like, what these items could do. The first item is the boomerang flower. Do you have any hint of what it could do?
As I look at it and I don't know why it's a flower. Is that an item in any? Is that like a real thing?
I don't know if it's a flower in other games, but I know you can get a boomerang power up.
I think
in some games.
I think a boomerang's a good idea, and I guess making it a flower makes it more Mario-esque.
Yeah.
But I just assume you'll throw it and it'll come back to you. I don't know if it'll like directly hit someone or if you have to, like green shell it and be like good at it.
Yeah.
I don't. That's pretty much all I got for that. What do you think it's gonna do?
Honestly, I could see it being like a ghost item, where you just you throw it and it red shells to the person in front of you, and it steals their item. You get it back, and they probably take damage at the same time.
Yeah.
So
that'd be really good.
I mean, it seems like a low place item.
Yeah.
It doesn't really seem like you'd see it frequently in first, second, third, but moving down the list, it looks like it could be more frequent. I could see this next item actually being a first place kind of item.
Okay. Why don't you tell everyone what this item is?
The potted piranha plant. Basically, it's a piranha plant in a pot.
That's 100% what it is.
That's what it is. So I'm not sure if it's a thrown item or if when you use it, it stays on your cart.
Or maybe you just set it, drop it off somewhere.
Maybe you set it and drop it off somewhere. They set it and forget it. But if anybody goes too close to it, it's basically like sounds to me like it's a banana with reach.
That's honestly that I could see it being that. I could see it being if you keep it on your cart too. That'd be cool. And you pass somebody and it just takes care of business. Yeah.
And it's only like a one-time use, but it nips a dude for you. That would be pretty good.
I'd like that. You know what's weird? Speaking about the ghost. Oh, there's no ghost confirmation.
The no ghost confirmation for items or racers.
Yeah, right.
It hurts. That hurts my feelings.
I like Boo, and I like that item, and I think they should do something about that.
And of course, the main reason people play Mario Kart is for the sweet tracks.
Sweetness.
Sweet tracks. There are a lot. There are 16 brand new tracks, which that's the Mario Kart staple. 16 brand new tracks.
Boo.
And there are also 16 retro tracks.
Boo.
So, I mean, there really hasn't been too much shown for the new tracks, and when the game comes out, we'll give you a full breakdown of what we think of it.
Full breakdown.
But we can go through some of these retro tracks and, you know, make some judgments based on what we know to see some of our favorite tracks re-released in HD.
I like HD.
I mean, it's the graphics.
That stands for hot dogs, right?
Yeah, that stands for hot dogs. So, they actually have not released every single track yet. There's going to be 4 cups, but only 10 out of the 16 tracks have been released.
I like that. You gotta keep a little mystery in there.
Some of the favorites from Tony's era have returned.
Yes. My N64 favorites, Royal Raceway. I didn't like Toad's Turnpike as much, but there's a picture of you driving on the wall, so you could probably avoid all them cars coming at you. I like that.
Whoa. I mean, and some of the, if you look up just some of the pictures from it, it looks like it could totally be crazy.
The graphics look incredible. I think it's going to be a great game.
The graphics for the game do just look phenomenal. And Royal Raceway, I mean, that was just a good track.
It was. It was underrated.
I wonder if you're going to be able to visit Peach's Castle in the HD remake. Because how good would that be to visit the castle in HD?
Oh my god. Yeah, they got to keep that in there.
I hope they do. I hope it's not blocked off, because I feel like that was one of the Easter eggs that just was some people in Mario Kart's favorite thing.
It really, I like that a lot. I love that game.
Like, me and my friends have done this before. We would just, like, to hell with the race. We're going to just drive around Peach's Castle. I mean, I've done it before.
Sunday drive.
Exactly.
It doesn't even have to be Sunday. You can do whatever day you want.
It's a video game. You can just pop it in whenever.
Only on Sunday, though.
Only on Sunday. But sometimes on not Sundays.
Let's talk about the creme de la creme.
They are going to bring back the Nintendo 64 Ultimate Classic track, Rainbow Road.
I can't take this.
In HD.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
There's just no...
At one point in my life, I wanted a beautiful woman to go out with, and so I could look at her, and now I don't need that anymore. Because I'm
Rainbow Road.
I'm gonna buy a Wii U, and I'm gonna buy this game, and I'm gonna stare at Rainbow Road while I run all over it.
You're gonna drive all over that track.
Oh yeah.
4 to the floor, baby.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Tire marks across its back.
So there are a couple tracks that have not been released yet. You guys, I want you to let us know what some of your favorite retro tracks are in the comments below, because, you know, they still haven't spoiled them, and if your favorite tracks are in there, that'd be awesome. So in the comments below, let us know what your favorite Mario Kart race courses are. Next week we'll reveal our race courses.
Maybe a little top 5, like with the Pokemon.
Ooh, maybe we'll do a little top 5.
It's a lot of... Mine are probably all going to be on 64. That's a little spoiler, a little teaser for you guys.
Oh shoot, so don't forget to stick around for next week's episode, Podcast of Justice.
It's going to be good. There's going to be a lot of justice served in there.
Whew, so much justice, dude. But Mario Kart 8 comes out May, and it's going to be really good for the Wii U. Totally suggest picking it up. There's a few bundles that are out there. If you pre-order it at GameStops, I think you can get a little blue shell guy.
Waggle my finger to GameStop.
Wag of the finger. We're going out.
That's how. Out of all the hate today, I'm going to end it with that hate on GameStop.
Why are we hating on GameStop today?
Because they're annoying, and That's it.
Would you like to put down a pre-order today?
I would like to, actually. Nah.
It's funny. One of our buddies actually no longer allowed to pre-order games from the GameStop near where we live because he used to use GameStop as his personal bank and would store his money there. And then he'd be like, shoot, I need $5 for Wendy's. Let me stop at GameStop and get Wendy's money. At one point in time, he had like $35 there. And he's like, yeah, I'd just like to cancel this game and this game. You got $10 and we went to Wendy's. And then he'd like come back a couple days later, put down a few reserves.
The same games, obviously.
The same games, yeah. And then they're just kind of like, this is bad for our store. Why do you keep doing this to us? You're no longer allowed to do that. So lesson of the day, don't use GameStop as your personal bank. They won't let you pre-order games anymore. And
you better have Wendy's money, otherwise she's going to come get you.
Yeah, Wendy does not mess around.
I've seen her in action.
She'll make you frosty, if you know what I mean.
Oh, that's good to know.
Just, yeah, scary. So, I think that's going to do it for today's episode podcast of Justice. Do you have any other last things you'd like to add? Any words of advice? Any people you'd like our viewers to avoid?
Let me see.
Stay away from George W. Bush. He's a little bit crazy.
Yeah, that's if you didn't see that firsthand. He's a little...
You know, I heard a helicopter. I don't know what happened. I assumed it was the president, former president.
Probably taken off. Yeah, you just missed him.
Yeah.
The only advice I could give everyone, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is.
I doubt that. If it's too good to be true, it's probably better.
Really true. Mewtwo's gonna come back in a new ball game. I'm gonna be so happy. Mario Kart's gonna have Mewtwo in it too, and I'm gonna. What?
So bring Mewtwo back. That's all we're trying to say with this podcast.
The whole podcast. That's why we made the podcast.
Yeah.
To bring back
Mewtwo to Smash.
That's the trying to. Yeah.
That's the point we're trying to bring home. So, my name is Bill, also known as Chicken Fajita 12. His name is Tony, also known as Cats on Everything.
I just made a Kick. You could talk to me on Kick about video games and other stuff that you want to talk about. Add me, TouchFuzzyGetDizzy.
Ooh, I'm gonna add him right now.
No spaces.
Actually, what's a kick? Just kidding. Just kidding.
It's like what soccer players do.
Oh yeah.
If you want to play soccer.
So if you want to follow Tony, TouchFuzzyGetDizzy on Kick, Cats on Everything on the Instagrams. You can follow me, Chicken Fajita 12, on Twitter at Chicken Fajita 12, and Facebook, which is also just Chicken Fajita 12 on Facebook. But the 12 is spelled out. What?
Oh,
links in the bottom.
Curveball.
Links in the bottom. Shout outs to my mama for putting me on this earth.
Shout out to Bill's mama for putting him there. Shout out to my mama for letting me be friends with such a nice guy.
Yeah, I mean, we pulled a lot of strings to get him here today. So,
I'm a puppet.
We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for listening.
Seacrest out.
See you later, knuckleheads.